Hello everyone, welcome to yet another Polygon review interview with me, Sebastian Sjöberg. Today I'm talking with none other than Kenny. Kenny, welcome to this interview. How are we doing today?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for having me on. It's really a pleasure.
The pleasure is mine. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing? Because you're doing quite a lot these days. Some of the listeners will know you from SE2GG Idol, which you won, but you're doing far more exciting things these days, aren't you?
Yeah, I decided to try something a little bit different that's been a lot of fun. I asked Brent a few months ago to start up a show with me, and I had been doing one myself for a little while, which was fun, and I had people stop by, and that was really awesome, and showed a lot of support doing that. But I kind of wanted to try to take it to the next level and really make a professional show, and that's still our goal to this day. As you know, it's not, it's far from totally professional, but we're working on getting it there, and we just want to expand the amount of people playing StarCraft, as well as give the people who already play StarCraft in this community something to go and watch each and every week, and hopefully, just be able to sit down for 30 minutes to an hour and just enjoy maybe some of the interviews, or maybe enjoy some of the tournaments, or any of the live content that we're able to provide. So it's been a lot of fun.
It sure has. I mean, I've only recently been starting to follow your show, I must admit, but it's taken off with a vengeance. You have just this past week started doing this tournament with top foreigners, which will be running for 4 weeks in total, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a prize pool and a lot of viewers. How's that been going so far?
The tournament's been really fun. It's been well organized. I can't thank Brent enough for that. During the day when I'm at work and can't really focus on getting all of the players together and making sure things get done, he's done an awesome job with that. Justin TV, of course, I got an email from them. I've been broadcasting on their website for a while, but I got an email from Justin, the owner of Justin TV, and he was like, mentioned, hey, we're starting up a gaming subsite of Justin TV, and we really think that you guys have a passion and a love for this, and we want to push onto our viewers how important the gaming sector is of our website. We consider it our kind of best part of our website, most active, and so they decided to start up a tournament with me. So we organized together kind of what we needed to do, and then they offered a prize pool, which is obviously pretty big for a StarCraft tournament. Now it's $1,250, and it's actually they're working on getting a larger one. Yeah, it's really big, really, really big, and it's exciting that it came from an actual company. You know, a company was willing to spend their money on a game that we all love and enjoy, and necessarily isn't the most popular game over at Justin TV yet. So my hope is that maybe more people will realize kind of that it's a great place to stream StarCraft, as well as we'll get other people in this tournament who, again, don't know anything about StarCraft to maybe start playing and get into it and join us for StarCraft 2.
Certainly. I mean, already 120,000 people think you are doing a good job, and that many people are more than just a hardcore regular crew. So clearly you are appealing to the more casual audience as well. But there are some famous names playing in your tournament. Can you tell us a bit about the players for people who might not be entirely familiar with who's who?
Yeah, we decided, Brent and I sat down, and we wanted to invite 10 to 11 of what we considered kind of the best of each race, or most active and best in that race, so that we could get an even distribution of all the different races throughout the tournament. So we made a list, and again, you know, some people will disagree and some will agree, but I think that we've had some awesome games, you know, big names like Red and Artosis and In Control and White Raw and Strelok and Draco. I mean, I could go down the line, but just a really solid lineup. All those guys have done a great job showing up, giving us some awesome games to watch. And if you haven't seen those, the round one is already over, and you can go and watch those actually on our Justin TV channel, but they've given us some great games, and it's really fun to see these players show up and play their hearts out, especially when there's a lot of money on the line. And potential for even more. So I'm excited as we go on and the games get more and more tense, how it's going to turn out for these players.
Indeed. I'm not going to spoil who's winning the first round or anything, but I watched it earlier this morning, and the games are top class, foreign top class, which means that when you compare it to Koreans, there are some imperfections, but on the other hand, that gives a sense of unpredictability of the game. You don't really know who's going to win, because there's always a little bit room for error, which makes it very exciting indeed. And again, there are some colorful characters. Some people will know how explosive the young pro gamer Idra can be, and again, I'm not going to say if he's winning or losing, but regardless, he is explosive. So do go and watch that show. It's on www.justin.tv/ICCup. You'll find links in the sidebar. And by the time this interview is out, the second round should be starting off in just a couple of hours. So do make sure to watch that. However, moving on from that, and perhaps to more established Korean Starcraft, because that's of course the heart of it all. The new seasons have just started up. Have you been able to catch anything of that yet, Kenny?
I've done a little bit, I've caught a little bit of it. To be honest, I've actually been really busy kind of in my day-to-day life, so I haven't been as active in watching all the Korean StarCraft and foreign StarCraft and being really fully caught up as I usually am. But with that being said, I'm actually pretty excited for it. I always am, and I think it's really cool that we have a lot of YouTube commentators that are also giving so much coverage of it. It's basically, anyone watching from their home can see any Korean StarCraft game with English commentary now, which I know even when I started wasn't fully available yet. It was starting to get there, but now I would say it's definitely covered in every way, shape, and form, which is cool. It's good to know that we not only have foreign coverage, but Korean coverage as well. So hoping that it's another awesome season. It always is, and go Hwaseong-Oz.
Hwaseong-Oz, it is indeed. I must admit, due to one man only, that is my favorite team, and I'm of course talking about Jaedong. Even though there are other good players in that team as well, I'm a sucker for the Zerg. And speaking of which, there's a new foreign hope in Korea, who's also, thankfully, a Zerg, finally. Rhett, from the Netherlands. He's going there on the 16th of October, I think. How do you think he will fare, who have watched him play in detail?
I've known Rhett for a while. He's a great guy. He's really dedicated to this game. He streams a ton, as everyone knows, and it just shows how much he plays against high-ranked players, and I honestly think he'll do absolutely amazing in Korea. I think it's going to be a big transition for him. I think that his style needs to change a lot in some regards. He definitely is going to have to lock down on his Zerg vs. Zerg, and he is already well aware of that and has been practicing a lot. He's just one of those guys that picks up things very quickly and adapts so well to different situations. So I really do think that he has an excellent chance of doing very well over in Korea for a foreign StarCraft player. And really, he's got that dedication that you need to be able to play in Korea. He's mentioned to me a couple times being a little bit worried because he's going to be in a totally different culture, and he's not going to have as many of his kind of family and friends to be around. But he does have kind of that new foreign scene that is kind of over there now in Korea. You've got Tasteless and Artosis and a whole bunch of other guys that are living over there. So you definitely still have an outpost for English-speaking friends that I think really helps him to develop as a player when you're playing in a house, for 12, 13 hours a day with people that only speak Korean. It could get tough at times, and so I really salute those guys who go over there and give it a try, and I really hope him the best. I think he'll do awesome.
Indeed, let's hope so. Some viewers might not be aware